Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing a full face of the best luxury beauty launches of the year so far. Even though I started 2024 off on a no buy, I've still managed to add a lot of really incredible pieces to my makeup collection. And for the look, I'm going to be using these brushes from BK Beauty. I've partnered with BK Beauty for today's video to share the details on their huge summer sale. It starts on July 3rd and runs through July 8th. Both of these sets and more will be 20% off, and you can shop directly through YouTube. I'm going to add timestamps and links directly to the video. You'll see a little icon populate towards the bottom of your screen, and the code is YT20 at checkout. If you haven't tried these yet, the real reason why so many influencers and makeup artists talk about these brushes, why they're constantly going viral, and they're able to collaborate with such huge names like Angie Hot and Flashy, is because they are professional quality. The quality is insane. I would say for what you get, the prices are always very reasonable, which makes the 20% off discount so much sweeter. Inside the Angie Hot and Flashy travel brush set with pouch, you get 5 pieces: the A101 contoured foundation brush, A501 lid shader, the A502 crease shader, A506 concealer brush, and A507 angled brush. In the Angie Hot and Flashy 7-piece brush set, you get an A501 lid shader, a 502 crease shader, a 503 blender, a 504 detailer, a 505 shimmer, a 506 concealer, and a 507 angled brush. I'm starting with the Dior Forever Glow Star Filter in shade 3. This is going to be my primer. It's luminous, it helps even out the skin tone. You don't need a ton of it because it's a bit thicker actually than the Hollywood Flawless filter. It just makes your skin look so beautiful. And because I typically wear matte foundations, I think this is the perfect layering piece. I'm blending this out with the A101 brush. I love my glow, but I have to be realistic. Living in Miami where it's so humid, this primer is perfect because it makes my skin look nice and luminous without adding oil or leaving my skin looking too greasy or too dewy. Dior usually has really strong complexion products, and they killed it with this primer. I absolutely love the way this goes on, and I'm already planning to purchase a second bottle in a different shade. It was much more difficult for me to narrow down my #1 favorite foundation launch of the year so far. There have been a couple. I really like the Urban Decay Face Bond. I also really like the new Fenty Soft Matte, but I think if I had to choose a favorite, it would be this Guerlain Pearl Gold Skin Matte Foundation. It's infused with 24 karat gold and white peony. It's transfer proof, 24-hour care and wear, and it does have SPF 15. Which is basically nothing. Make sure you wear your SPF. I'm not going to layer any more sunscreen on today because I don't plan on leaving the house, unfortunately. It's a homebody kind of day. Same brush, the A101. I actually use this for more than just foundation even. It's kind of the perfect size, and I love that it's angled and sort of rounded. So it gets in all of the nooks and crannies around the nose, the temple. It's really great for cream bronzer, cream blush, cream highlighter, all of your creams, concealer even. You can basically do your full face with just this one brush, which is why it's my favorite. If you've tried any incredible foundations this year, please comment your favorite one down below in the comments. I'm so curious to see if there's anything that I've missed. And I am definitely a creature of habit with foundations. I have maybe a top 5 list. I'm always open to trying new formulas, but I need something with more of a natural finish, which is why I really love this Guerlain. Evens out the complexion. I still have a little glow from the Star Filter. Once it dries down on the skin, it is not going to budge. I did not choose the new Guerlain Terracotta Concealer. Instead, I pulled out my Fenty Beauty Wear Even Hydrating Longwear Concealer. This is very full glam, but it does not crease at all. I think it looks beautiful, and the shade is perfect. You know, I like a bright under eye. This is shade 125C. I recently moved my Pat McGrath Labs Sublime Fetish Concealer to the empties bin, which is amazing. I think that's maybe my 3rd tube of that concealer. So this one has moved to the top drawer. It's not to say I use it every single day because it is so full coverage, but on most days I've been grabbing this. I'm going to top this out with the A506 brush. This is the Kitten Paw. It's the perfect shape for the under eye. It is so soft. It's so gentle on the thin under eye skin, so it's really great for more mature skin. Something I really love about the BK Beauty brushes is that, for one thing, they're incredibly soft, but they're vegan synthetic fibers, so you do not have to baby these brushes. They can handle being washed, used and abused, and they're still going to look like new. You do not have to be afraid that all of the bristles are going to break or fall out. In fact, I don't think I've lost any hairs, especially in my 101. The A101 brush that I use most often, I've had that brush for a few years now, and every time I wash it, it's like brand new. I'm gonna spritz my face with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. That is one of my biggest pet peeves with makeup brushes. Some of them are really expensive, and then you have to be so careful not to use them too much. Kind of defeats the purpose. I'm gonna quickly finish blending that out with the A101 brush. It's a little bit larger, so it's really fast. These are both two of my favorite bronzing products of the year, and I can use both in the makeup, so we're going to. I'm going to start with the Makeup by Mario. Since this is so thin and sheer, I'm going to go on with this, and then I'll sort of set my face using the swirl technique in this beautiful Le Beige palette from Chanel. This is the Soft Sculpt Bronzing and Shaping Serum, and I picked up shade Light Medium. Just gonna do a little bit with the doe foot wand applicator. You can also just pump it out. Still using the A101. Do you see how fast and easy that is to blend? It is the perfect liquid bronzer. I love it so much, and it's great for so many different uses. You could actually use that as a primer beneath your makeup. You could mix it into your foundation if you just needed to add a little extra color. On a no makeup day, you could do just a little bit of the Mario, little concealer, and be done. Not overly dewy, not overly luminous, and I also like to add this to my chest, my shoulders, if my skin is exposed. You can apply this and it's not like you're caking on foundation. This is where I might be cheating a little bit. I don't know if this is new. In fact, I don't think it is new or launched in 2024, but it's new for me this year. This was sent to me recently and I love it so much. It's from Rodial. It's their glass powder, loose setting powder. It's incredible. It's translucent, but it is so finely milled. It does not look like you have setting powder on. It just sort of sets the face. Doesn't add a ton of brightness, doesn't really change the color at all, definitely is not going to give you any coverage. It's indetectable. I want to try something here, so I'm picking up a little bit of this powder with an A506. This is the full-size handle. I'm going to tap out any creases that I have, just a little bit. Because it's so soft, I feel like this is going to be great for cream and powder products beneath the eye, so I'm just going to very lightly tap. I love it. That worked perfectly. Definitely want to set underneath the eye, and then I always like to go down the bridge of the nose and get right here in this nasolabial fold area, this little cheek pocket. This is my trouble area. It's where all of my pores like to show off. So this always has to be matte. I have a birthday coming up later in July. I'm turning 37. And it's so interesting to note how my skin has changed over the years. I've been creating videos for such a long time. I remember always telling everybody how oily my skin is. And now that I'm almost 37, my skin is not that oily anymore. I still get a little shiny in certain areas. The way I do my makeup has definitely changed. The amount of product I use has definitely changed. I'm just more aware. I think I'm a lot more conscious of how much product I'm applying to my face and the tools that I'm using as well. It hit me the other day. I think 36 is the age where I've truly noticed a difference with how my old makeup techniques, the way I used to do my makeup, doesn't quite look the same on my skin now, which is fine. We adjust, we grow, we change things. It's all a part of life. This powder makes my skin look so flawless, airbrushed, but not overly matte, not dry, not cakey or heavy whatsoever. And since I used a more precise brush, I was able to set very specific areas on the face. I couldn't talk about my favorite product launches of the year without mentioning the Slay Beige palette from Chanel. This is such a beautiful palette for summer. I love how it gives you that sun-kissed look. You can swirl your brush in just the bronzer, just the blush, mix them both together. I love using this any possible way. Use it on the eyes even. This is shade Medium Rose Gold. I also picked up the Medium Coral and I love them both. Both of them would make my best of the best list for the year. I want to add a little color back to the face, so I am just going to do a little swirly swirl. I am going to concentrate on the top, but I'm basically swirling in all 3 shades. And I am using the A507 brush. I'm not sure I've used this one before. I probably have. I know there are a few eye brushes that I don't have in my collection already. I'm excited. Perfect for the cheek. It's light, it's a little luminous. Gives just a hint of color to the skin, and it's more of a true sun-kissed kind of rosy bronze. I always like to do a little bit over the bridge of the nose. This is new from Fenty Beauty. It's the Hot Cheeks Velour Blush Lighter in Juicy Peach. This packaging, so pretty, but the shade inside is my ideal blush for summer. It gives you that sunset glow. I love a peachy blush, and this is just perfection. And this is going right on the apple of the cheek. I love that it has a light golden sheen to it, so we really don't need much highlighter. Moving on to eyes, I quickly filled in my eyebrows. This is definitely my most controversial favorite, but I can't help myself. I really like the Prada eyeshadow palettes. I purchased 2. I think this is shade 05. It has the pop of blue and the rest are neutrals. These are so pretty. They're versatile, easy to use. I like how all of the Prada eyeshadow palettes are very wearable with a pop of color. And I like the formula. What can I say? These are so easy to blend, especially this color story. I think if you want to do a fun pop of blue, it's there. If you want to keep things nice and simple and neutral, you can do that too. I'm going in with an A503 brush and I'm picking up this center shade, this medium intensity brown. I'm going to start buffing that in the crease. I really like the color payoff of these eyeshadows and the texture is nice. They're not super creamy, but they're not really dry and dusty either. They don't kick up a lot of dust whenever you pick them up, so it doesn't give you any fallout. And it helps that this A503 is the perfect fluffy brush. I picked up the same shade on an A504 brush. This one is very petite and precise. And I'm using that to blend a little eyeshadow beneath the lower lash line. Going back into the palette with the A504, I'm picking up this deeper shade at the top, and this is going to give us a little depth in the outer V area. Next, with an A505 brush, I'm picking up the gold metallic shade. This one is a little bit creamier, and you can tell because this brush is able to pick up so much product. This is the perfect flat brush for picking up metallic eyeshadows or pigments. And the flat edge is really nice for carving into the crease, so you can be really exact and precise. I have 2 favorite eyeliner launches, which is perfect because I typically use 2 different eyeliners. This is the Stilo Yo Waterproof from Chanel in Brune Platine. Number 76, it is the perfect bronze. And then this is part of the summer collection from Fenty Beauty. It's shade Boozy Bronze. It's a liquid eyeliner. It looks so beautiful. Eyes are now done, face is done. Last step is lips. If you could feel how dry my lips are right now, oh my goodness, they are burning. They're so dry. And I've been applying lip balms, lip masks, doesn't matter. Nothing seems to be working at the moment, which is really frustrating. But the lipstick that I'm going to use is really hydrating, so that should help. This is not new, but I would say this is a holy grail nude lip liner at this point. It's the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in 1C, the perfect pinky nude. This is new from YSL. I was torn between this and the Candy Glaze lipsticks, which I also really like. This is the Love Shine Candy Glow Lip Balm. The packaging is pink. It's so cute. Of course, these lipsticks have mango butter. They smell really great. Taste really nice. This is shade 3B. It's truly the perfect pinky nude. I don't need to put anything else on top because it's so shiny and glossy and it feels really hydrating. But I am a glossy gal. Where is it? Did it fall on the floor? The Gloss Bomb Oil in shade Frosted Buns. It is so pretty. It's so hydrating, glossy. It has a hint of sheen to it, like a little shimmer. You can't feel the shimmer though. And it's a really pretty bronzy rose gold. So I think the lip gloss goes with the eyeliner really nicely, the Boozy Bronze. This entire summer collection I love because it gives off warm sunset vibes, which is my ideal style of makeup. Since we started with a luminous primer and used the luminous blush, I wasn't sure if I was really going to need a highlighter. I don't think I need a highlighter, but if I wanted to add a little extra glow, I would use the new Patrick Ta highlighter. This is shade Daddy. I'm picking this up with an A502 brush because I want to be really precise with the placement. Definitely goes with the makeup because it's more of a rose gold highlighter. So I'm going down the bridge of the nose, a little bit right at the tip. Underneath the brow bone. For the balm, I'm going in with an A506 brush. I used this to blend out my concealer, but it's such a versatile brush. So I'm going to pick up just a little bit of the balm just to add that glossy finish. I love how this highlighter just beams off the cheek. It's so different. I've heard mixed reviews of this product. I really like it, and I love that Patrick Ta brought out a highlighter, but it's not like all of the other highlighters you have in your collection already. So I love this. And this is the final makeup look using some of the best new products that launched in 2024 so far. I am so happy with the way it turned out. This is basically my go-to makeup look for summer. Year-round, if we're being honest. I'm excited to see what launches next. So that completes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you liked seeing the get ready with me process. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. Of course, I love hearing from you. I would love to know what have been your favorite new product launches of the year. If you have any real standouts, definitely drop them in the comments. We'll keep the conversation going there. As always, I will be linking all of the products on my face. All of the brushes that I used to create this makeup look will be directly linked to the video. That way you can shop through YouTube. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.